MMS. We are still creating our social distance. I cannot speak English. Okay. Welcome back, MMS.
Welcome to
MMS
News.
Now. Roll the intro.
Amazing things.
Good welcome, MMS, and good welcome to you, Layla.
And good welcome to you too, Allison. And welcome to another great episode of MMS News. We are still creating our social quarantine distance special edition of MMS News. As you can see, the other anchors aren't here because of some mysterious circumstances. So, we're in charge now. In charge? What does that even mean? And where did the other anchors go?
Well, in charge means, well, really nothing at all. We just read the lines Mr. Reardon tells us. And the other girls, well, he told us not to talk about.
But you should really check out the Halloween special if you really want to know. Okay, so on with the show. Remember, we will still be focusing on character traits even though we are still 6 feet away from each other and still not at MMS.
And this month's character trait is responsibility.
Responsibility is the opportunity or ability to act independently and make decisions without authorization.
We can't wait to see what kind of responsibility our students show here at MMS. Now we go to our first story of the week, which is a brand new and spectacular MMS interview special,
where our very own news reporters ask hard-hitting questions to all of your favorite MMS celebrities.
Hi, I'm Riley.
And I'm Haley.
And we're interviewing our principal, Dr. Glover.
How long have you been principal at MMS?
I've been principal at McHenry Middle School since 2012. So this is starting my 9th year, right? You do the math correct? Sounds right to me. I think this is my 9th year as principal, so pretty crazy.
How has COVID changed your job?
Oh my goodness. COVID has changed my job. The biggest way is that I don't get to see you guys. I don't get to walk around the building and check in classrooms and go to lunch. I like being around people. I like being around our students and everything. So the biggest change is that this is how I interact. I stare at a screen way too much. And that's been the biggest change for me, is not being able to be kind of involved in a part of our day-to-day school.
What does the new trimester mean?
The new trimester means a fresh start. And especially during remote learning, I think it's so important to look at the second trimester as a chance to start fresh for everybody. Everybody has an A. If you didn't have a very good first trimester, let's give it our best effort right now. And that's, to me, every new trimester, every new grading period is an opportunity to start new habits.
What are some things you are proud of from the start of the year?
I'm proud of so many things that our community provides for our families, our students. It's pretty impressive, the amount of dedication and love and care that I call it our MMS family. When you're part of the MMS family, the Trojan family, there's not, if you need something, man, we will take care of it. All I have to do is ask. I mean, I'd also say I'm super proud of our teachers for adapting to just a different style of remote learning. It's been stressful. It's been a lot of, time planning lessons, time trying to, work with students that are doing great, students that are struggling. It's been tough, but I'm proud of them for persevering. And lastly, but probably, foremost, the biggest thing I'm proud of is our students and families for trying their best every day.
Is there anything you want to say to the students at MMS?
I want to say that I am proud of you guys. I just want to reiterate that. Hang in there. We know that some of you guys are doing great. Some of you guys are struggling with this a little bit. At the end of the day, we're all in this together, and I want you to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Do your best. I will say that. Okay? Do your best. And Mrs. Tino always says, be nice. So I'll reiterate that from her. So you guys are doing a great job. We missed you.
Thank you for letting us interview you, Dr. Glover. Make sure you wear your mask and stay 6 feet apart. Bye, MMS.
Well, the first trimester of virtual school is over. Let's check in with MMS.
And see how they manage and get some tips for the second trimester to make it even better.
Hello and welcome. We have approached the end of trimester 1 and we have some people that sent in some tips to help with online learning. There are things that went well with online learning and things that went not so well.
The first good tip that a 6th grader gave to us was going to study hall was a huge help. They got all their work finished, and if they had any questions, the teacher was right there to answer them.
One bad thing that an 8th grader thought was gonna go well, but ended up not so good. They thought that everything was gonna run smoothly and have hardly any internet problems. But really, the slideshows don't run fast, and internet problems are a new normal for us.
Another good tip was from a 7th grader. He said that it helped him focus better in class when in between classes he walked away from his Chromebook and walked around, or he stretched.
The final bad thing a 6th grader sent in is that he said that it was very uncomfortable to sit in a hard chair like he does all day. His solution was to take any type of pillow or anything that you think is nice to sit on to help you focus during school and make sure you're more comfortable when you're trying to learn.
This is all for the good and bad tips, so hopefully they can help you to have a successful trimester too. See you next week with another great story.
Updated your calendar with all of this week's great holidays you should be buying gifts for.
Hello and welcome back, MMS, to this week's calendar update. So make sure to check your calendar for this exciting upcoming National Day. Actually, we'll be celebrating someone's birthday, none other than the iconic Mickey Mouse. You can celebrate Mickey's birthday on Wednesday, November the 18th. Mickey Mouse first starred in his animated short titled Steamboat Willie in 1928. Walt Disney started making more of these cartoons, adding characters such as Goofy, Donald Duck, and Pluto. Eventually, he was known nationwide, and he's now Disney's most famous and most loved character. Well, that's it for this week, MMS. Remember, be safe, wear a mask, and social distance. But most importantly, happy birthday, Mickey!
The MMS DIYers are here and ready to give you another fun thing for you to create this weekend.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another great episode of DIY.
This week we'll be showing you how to make yarn pom-poms.
In order to make these, all you will need is a ball of yarn and scissors.
First, you'll need to wrap the yarn around your hand about right here.
Next, you need to take the string off your hand and carefully place it next to you. Then, cut another piece of string about 1 foot long and lay it down. Now, tie a knot in the middle of your loop that you just created. Make sure it's nice and tight. Now cut off all the little extra strings. And you're ready for the next step.
Then once you have tied the knot in the string, you want to start cutting the little string loops so that they are separate. It should look something like this.
Now for the last step. This part can be a little messy. All you have to do is clean up the edges of your pom-pom so everything's nice and even, and you're done.
These are fun and easy to make, and they can also be very cute decorations anywhere.
They also can make great kitty toys.
If you make these or have any suggestions for next week's craft, either email aevinger420@d15.org or mcenter217@d15.org. Need a way to pass the time and don't want to rake leaves? Then make some popcorn and settle down for this week's latest movie review.
Hi, it's Mackenzie. Today I'm going to be talking about the LEGO Star Wars Holiday Special. It will be available on Disney Plus on November 17th. Here is a little bit about the LEGO Star Wars Holiday Special. Rey leaves her friends to prepare for a life day. As she sets off on the adventure to gain deeper knowledge of the Force, at a mysterious temple, she is hurled into a cross-timeline adventure. Will she make it back in time for Life Day? The director is Ken Cunningham. The writer is David Shane. Some people who are starring in it are Dee Baker, Callie Tran, and Matt Lanter. If you're interested, make sure to watch it November 17th. Goodbye, MMS. Have a great day.
Want to know your favorite celeb sign or what they like from Subway? Then pay attention for this week's Celebrity Fact Review.
Hello, MMS. It's your girl Savannah coming back with the interesting facts about the celebrity Peter Mayhew. And the mask is by popular demand of everyone in MMS News, Mr. Reardon, and my sister. So let's get into it. Peter Mayhew is most famous for playing Chewbacca in the Star Wars films. He was born May 19, 1944, and died April 30, 2019. He was raised in Barnes, Surrey, England. At first, George Lucas, the producer of Star Wars, wanted David Force to play Chewbacca, but instead David got the role of Darth Vader, so Peter got Chewbacca. Mayhew played Chewbacca in 5 Star Wars movies. Mayhew also appeared in the 1978 horror film Terror. Peter also wrote 2 books, Growing Up Giant and My Favorite Giant. If you have celebrity suggestions, email me at stros433@d15.org. Bye, MMS. Have a great day.
If you finish all of your virtual homework, put in a game, pick up a controller, and turn on this latest video game review.
Hey MMS, pick up your controller and get ready for this week's review of a video game coming out on the 1st of December. I know it's a while away, but I couldn't find a game that was rated E coming out on November, and it is called Worms Rumble. And this is a game that it's worms like you've never seen before, with intense, real-time, arena-based 32 cross-platform combat. Get ready for deathmatch and last worm standing modes where you're only a holy hand grenade away from death, and the game is developed by Team 17 Digital Ltd. You can get Worms Rumble on platforms PC, PS4, PS5, and Xbox. Now, don't judge, but this sounds like the best game I've ever reviewed, okay? So, I'm probably going to check it out when the game comes out on December 1st. And this game is rated E, and you can get this game on Steam, the PlayStation Store, the Humble Store, and I think at the Marketplace. Well, that's all for the video game review, and make sure you email me if you have any video game suggestions at cmcgoiga61@d15.org. So anyways, bye MMS, and remember to charge your controllers, and see you next week!
Our very own Best of the Best, us, are back with this week's very own Top 10.
Good welcome, MMS. It's Katie.
And Maya.
And we're back. This week, your favorite anchors are going to be subbing in for the top 10, so let's get started.
First on our list at number 10 is Wonder by Shawn Mendes.
At our number 9 spot, we have Bang by AJR.
Number 8 is a requested song, Somebody by Milo Manheim and Meg Donnelly.
Someday, this could be ordinary. Someday, could we be something extraordinary? You and me side by side.
At our number 7 spot, we have Intentions by Justin Bieber.
Yeah, these are my only intentions. Shout out to your mom and dad for making you. Staying in a vision, they did a great job raising you. When I create your
Number 6 is Hard to Forget by Sam Hunt.
baby, you're playing hard to forget. Oh, honey, I'm falling apart. You're playing hard to...
Halfway down our list, at number 5 is Shot in the Dark by AC/DC.
Number 4 is a new song on the list, Kings and Queens by Ava Max.
Had the queens on the throne. We would pop champagne and raise our toast to all of the queens who are fighting alone. Baby, you're not.
Our number 3 is Rain on Me by Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande.
But at least I'm alone. Rain on me, rain, rain, rain on me, rain, rain. I'd rather be drunk, but at least I'm alone. Rain on me, rain, rain.
Number 2 is It's Okay Not to
by Demi Lovato and Marshmello.
It's okay not to feel okay. It's okay not to be okay.
Last on our list, at number 1, is Be Happy by Dixie D'Amelio.
I wanna explain it, but sometimes I don't wanna be happy. Don't hold it against me. If I'm down, just leave me there, let me be sad. Sometimes I just wanna be lonely. Don't need you.
Goodbye, MMS, and have a great weekend. And remember to keep jamming out from 6 feet apart. And now, back to our anchors.
We now throw the long pass to our very own Sports Center to run this week's touchdown scoring Sports Minute.
Hello, and welcome to Sports, where we will tell you all the games that will be happening. For NCAA football, Illinois has lost once again to Minnesota, 41-14, going down to 0-3 so far this season. Illinois will play Rutgers this week. Northwestern is now 3-0 after beating Nebraska 21-13 and is now the number 23 in the country. Northwestern will play Purdue this week. Notre Dame is now the number 2 in the country by beating the number 1 Clemson 47-40 in overtime. The number 2 Notre Dame will play Boston College this week. Indiana is now the number 10 in the country by beating the Michigan Wolverines 38-21 and becoming 3-0 on the season. Indiana will play Michigan State this week. Now, let's hand it over to Justin to see what is happening in the NFL.
For Thursday night football, we have the Colts vs. Titans. For the Sunday games, we have the Texans vs. the Browns, Washington vs. the Lions, Jaguars vs. the Packers, Buccaneers vs. the Panthers, Eagles vs. the Giants, Bills vs. the Cardinals, Chargers vs. the Dolphins, Broncos vs. the Raiders, Seahawks vs. the Rams, Bengals vs. the Steelers, 49ers vs. the Saints, and Ravens vs. the Patriots. And for Monday Night Football, we have the Bears vs. Vikings. That's all for this week, so let's send it back to the booth.
The hair, the tanks, the voices could only mean one thing. Edgar's special brand of Tank Talks has another installment all ready to fire.
Hello, MMS. Edgar here, and welcome to this week's Tank Talks. Today we'll be talking about the Panzer IV, a medium tank that was in service in Germany from 1939 to 1945, and Syria from 1954 to 1967. The Panzer IV fought in World War II, 1948 Arab-Israeli War, and the Six-Day War. It was designed in 1938 by the German company Krupp, and it began production in 1936 and ended in 1945. There were about 8,553 made, including all of its variants. And the Panzer IV, OSH, had a mass of 25 tons, a length of 5.92 meters, a width of 2.88 meters, and a height of 2.68 meters. It had a crew of 5, a commander, gunner, driver, and radio operator / bow machine gunner. That's all for now, and if you want, email me at esanchez@d15.org to suggest any new tank ideas for next week. Other than that, I'll be seeing you next week.
Our food critics have looked at the menus, ordered the food, and are waiting for DoorDash to deliver this week's greatest food review.
Hello, MMS. It's Marissa.
And Addie.
And this week's restaurant isn't really a restaurant.
But it's a coffee shop.
You might be thinking Dunkin' or Starbucks.
But those aren't it.
We're actually going to be reviewing
Cup of Joe! It's located at 336 East Main Street in Twin Lakes, Wisconsin.
It has a 4.7-star review out of 5 stars.
It may surprise you, but it is a Friends-themed restaurant.
If you don't know what Friends is, it's a sitcom about 6 friends who go through lots of drama and crazy hijinks.
We get it, Marissa. You are obsessed with the show. But we are talking about the coffee shop, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Anyways, it is open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Its website is cupofjoecoffee.com.
It serves espressos, lattes, macchiatos, cappuccinos, frappuccinos, cookies, hot chocolate, and basically anything else you could think of.
When we went at the beginning of the pandemic, they had an open mic night and we got up and sang.
But don't worry, if singing isn't your thing, there are plenty other things to do.
Like pictures with famous friend accessories, the gift shop, and theme nights.
Well, that's all for this week with MMS. Make sure to check out this restaurant.
And watch Friends.
Oh gosh.
What?
Just no.
Fine.
And remember to wear your mask, but not while you're eating.
And remember to watch Friends.
Get ready to debate as our top 3 has put together another list of what she thinks is the best of the best.
Hello MMS and welcome back to Top 3. Today I'm going to talk about places you can travel after places start to open up again. Number 3, we have France. France is a pretty big country, which means you have a lot of places you can choose from, like Paris. Paris is a famous city located in France that a lot of people go to. I've never been to Paris, nor have I been to France, but I would like to someday. At number 2, we have New Zealand. I really want to visit New Zealand because I think it's so pretty. New Zealand is an island, and I would love to visit any island if I could. Finally, at number 1, we have Ireland. I really want to visit Ireland because I think it's gorgeous. There's so much open areas and places you can visit, like Cliffs of Moher and Sligo. I also bet it's really calming. Again, I would love to visit Ireland if I had a chance to, but I would have to bring my mom with. That is it for Top 3, and if you have any suggestions, please email me at esmith462@d15.org. Have a great week, MMS, and make sure to stay safe and don't travel anywhere just yet.
The masters of the isn't that and experts of the how much does that cost are back with this week's latest set off rip-offs.
Welcome MMS to Rip Off Review, and today we're going to be reviewing terribly ripped off toys. First is Space Boys and Toy Special 3. Notice by having these, I'd be having nightmares. Okay, that was a little harsh, but it doesn't look as bad as new style Ninja Tortoise. It's not scary, Lane. This one's terrifying. The Incredible Fella, green and scary from Revenger's Endless Tussle. This is nightmare fuel. Okay, before we give you guys more nightmares, that's all we have for this segment. Goodbye, MMS, and have an amazing Friday.
One of our newest and most exciting stories this season has another super scientific, mind-blowing Science Minute, so get your thinking caps on for this week's explosive science review.
Welcome to this week's Scientific Minute.
From now on, I'll be doing the Scientific Minute with my trusty sidekick,
Grace. This week we will be making bouncy balls. You'll need
borax and cornstarch,
Elmer's glue, clear or white, and warm water.
First, take 2 tablespoons of warm water and mix it with half a teaspoon of borax. Stir until dissolved.
Then get a new bowl or cup and put 1 tablespoon of glue. And then put a half teaspoon of the borax solution you just made.
Add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch.
Do not stir!
Wait about 15 seconds and then stir. After the 15 seconds, you can stir. And stir until it gets hard to stir.
Then put it in your hands and roll it into a ball until it's not gooey or sticky. Wait about 7 minutes until it's firm.
What makes the bouncy ball bounce is when the borax and the glue mix together, it makes molecules, and when it's thrown at something hard, it bounces.
Now you have a way to annoy your siblings by throwing it at their door and have endless hours of fun.
This is what the end product should look like, but it should be probably a little bit more firm and in more of a ball shape. Have fun, MMS, and stay safe. Always trust in science and wear your mask.
Peyton and Steve have reviewed the funny and got another surprise JFL butt-busting set of clips all ready to make your sides hurt.
Hello, MMS. Welcome back to another great week of MMS News. Our names are Peyton
and Steve, and welcome to another JFL.
And some of you probably noticed that I'm not in that cramped and spooky abandoned house anymore. But anyways, enough rambling. Let's get in.
At number 1, we have Barn Gone Flat.
You're funny.
I guess the barn couldn't stand the wrath of that guy's kick.
At number 2, we have The Deer. didn't think Bambi would be able to do that.
Next up is the man in a wheel as fast as a speeding car.
Jeez. Lock. He's off. Looking good. Stop! Pull your fade in! Dancing! Oh! Whoa! Is he alright? No way!
Lastly, at number 4, we have this guy who was a little too scared to go on this attraction.
Okay, this isn't so baby. I was just a little bad. But still on.
Anywho, that's all for today, MMS. And if you have any videos, be sure to email me at sherera606@d15.org.
Or me at pevanus107@d15.org. Bye, MMS, and keep on laughing.
Great day, MMS, and remember to stay classy from at least 6 feet away and wash your hands, please. Layla! Oh my elbow!
Hi everybody, I'm Mr. Kilcherman. Welcome to the 2020 Food for Fish fundraiser. My friend Mr. Shovchak is supposed to be helping me out, but I guess he's late. The Food for Fish is an organization in McHenry that helps families that are in need for food. To make this fun, what we're gonna do... Whoa!
Let me guess, you're looking for me, Mr. Shevchik. I do have $1, and I'm going to donate Food for Fish. 1 vote, $1. That's how it works. Am I ready? Of course I'm ready. Are you ready?
We're ready. Each vote is going to be for the teacher that you want to see pied in the face. Okay? The more you vote, the more teachers get pied. Check your email to see how to vote.
Mr. K, I don't know about you, but I'm really excited about this. That's why I kind of sprung into action during your commercial here.
All right, donate. Let's do it.
$1.